interesting news coming in by way of investments in Reliance Retail. So Reliance Retail, of course, is now a 1% stake, 0.9% stake on Reliance Retail is now being taken up by QIA, Qatar Investment Authority, and that has led to an increase in the Reliance stock this morning. So what is happening really on the Reliance Retail front, Mohit, if you can just take us through, of course, in the context of the news coming on Reliance Retail, QIA's investments coming into Reliance Retail. This morning, of course, the stock is up in the green, and Reliance, of course, ever since the demerger and even earlier than that, has mostly been a buy call for most brokerages. What is really happening at Reliance Retail? What is the love that investors of all global hues, for that matter, are seeing in the retail arm of Reliance? Of course, Jio was a very different story altogether, but retail is also something which is seeing enough and more traction from global players.
Yeah, totally. I think, look, Kartik, honestly, it's an unfortunate thing that we can't buy Reliance Retail as a standalone business, and there's very limited public,
Do you think a
there's very
demerger of
limited.
Reliance Retail is also on the cards, Mohit, since you mentioned that?
Honestly, I think it looks like pretty soon, because 5 years before, I think the Reliance guys at their annual general meeting announced that they will try and demerge these businesses separately, and perhaps the time is absolutely ripe now. And you have a Reliance AGM coming on 28th, though I doubt that this announcement will be made in this AGM. But yeah, pretty soon we should see some announcements coming towards this thing. Reliance Retail, honestly, from a foreign perspective or from a foreign investor perspective, is a secular play on the Indian economy. To be very honest, it's as large as it gets. Right, you have a 70,000 crore kind of a revenue which Reliance Retail booked last year, which is a massive revenue which they are clocking at $100 billion kind of a valuation. It looks an absolutely and all the marquee names. Look, honestly, if you look at the private equity investments over a period of time which Reliance Retail has drawn, they are all marquee names out there, right? And I think, yeah, you put out the list correctly out there. So I think it's a secular play on the Indian economy, and their execution capability is par excellence, which everyone knows. And if you have to play the retail story, the India story, there's nothing better to play it through. But to play it through Reliance. The unfortunate part is you cannot buy the stock standalone. You have to buy it through Reliance Industries, and by virtue of that, you also get the other businesses along with it. So I'm hoping that pretty soon we should have some news around the demerger of this business, and people and investors should be able to buy this as a standalone thing.